With the season on the line, the Ravens probably won't have Lamar Jackson in Week 17. As of Saturday, the Ravens are probably already at a disadvantage. Lamar Jackson was listed as doubtful on the team's injury report on Thursday, suggesting that the team may be without him at center during a crucial game against the Packers at Lambeau Field. Jackson, the two-time MVP, hasn't practiced all week due to a back ailment that kept him out early against the Patriots in Week 16. There's a lot on the line for the Ravens, who have advanced to the postseason 6 times in the last 7 seasons. Their prospects of making the postseason are gone if they lose or draw with the Ravens, 7-8, at Green Bay. Tyler Huntley, who has only appeared in 4 games this season, including one in which the backup helped the Ravens defeat the NFC North leading Bears, will be the backup if Jackson isn't starting on Sunday. In 2025, the 6th-year quarterback has completed 36 passes for 319 yards and 1 score. Throughout his career, Huntley has thrown for 3,105 yards with 12 touchdowns and 10 interceptions at a completion rate of 65.7. According to ESPN, Huntley told reporters last week that many of our games have been must-win games, and every week we must win, so we have to focus on going 1-0 this week. We'll get that if we're doing everything we need to. With their season on the line, the Ravens are rooting for Huntley. Star running back Derrick Henry described Huntley as going out like he's the starter. He prepares and practices in that manner. Therefore, Snoop, Huntley will roll and do what needs to be done if he decides to go out there. The Ravens have averaged 27.7 points per game and gone 79-35, including the postseason, with the two-time NFL MVP at center during the previous 8 seasons of Baltimore. The team has scored 16.2 points per game without Jackson. The Lions' defeat by the Vikings on Thursday, however, guaranteed the Packers a postseason place. In the end, the Ravens' 2025 season may be remembered less for what went wrong on the field than for who wasn't on it when everything mattered most. Football games are often decided by execution, matchups, and momentum, but seasons are decided by availability. And right now, availability is the one thing Baltimore does not have. Lamar Jackson's likely absence is not simply the loss of a quarterback. It is the removal of the gravitational force around which the entire Ravens offense orbits. Every play design, every defensive hesitation, every ounce of Baltimore's swagger traces back to Jackson's presence. When he is gone, the Ravens do not just adjust. They become a different team, one forced to survive on control and caution rather than speed and fearlessness. What makes this moment especially cruel is that Baltimore has not collapsed. This is not a failed rebuild or a roster devoid of talent. The Ravens are still well-coached, physically tough, and anchored by stars like Derrick Henry. They are losing their season not because they lack belief, but because the NFL allows no grace period for injury, no context for bad timing. It only counts wins and losses. If Tyler Huntley leads Baltimore to victory at Lambeau Field, it will stand as one of the most resilient wins of the year, proof that preparation and culture can briefly overcome star power. But if the Ravens fall, the loss will echo beyond one Saturday night. It will force a hard off-season reckoning about depth, durability, and whether a franchise so deeply intertwined with one transcendent player has protected itself enough from the moments when he cannot play. For Lamar Jackson, this absence will fuel an already complex legacy. His greatness is undeniable. His impact is measurable. Yet seasons like this remind the league that brilliance alone is not enough. It must align with health at the exact moment opportunity knocks. Fair or not, that truth will follow him until the Ravens can finish a season with their quarterback standing at the center of it. And for the Ravens, this game is not just about staying alive in the playoff race. It is about proving they are more than fragile contenders, that they can endure when fate strips them of their most valuable weapon. Because if this season ends here, it will not be remembered as a failure of effort or coaching. It will be remembered as a season undone by circumstance, a year where the difference between January football and early elimination was one name on an injury report. Sometimes the hardest losses are the ones you never truly get to play for.